Abide by.
To accept and comply with a rule. For example, we always abide by the rules in the office.
Back up.
To make a copy of the information on laptop. For example, her laptop has crashed, but luckily, she has backed up all her files.
Book up.
Unable to offer any appointments or accept any reservations. For example, the boss is fully booked up for this week.
Bring forward.
Move a meeting or event to an earlier date or time than it was planned. For example, we bring the next month's meeting forward to the end of the current month.
Bring up.
To mention a subject or start to talk about it. For example, she is going to bring up her proposal for the project in today's meeting.
Burn out.
To become extremely exhausted or ill due to overwork. For example, she felt burnt out for a month of her stressful job.
Call off.
To cancel an event or agreement. For example, he's called off the meeting at the last minute.
Carry out.
To perform a task. For example, he wished he could afford to carry out his plans on the meeting.
Close down.
Cease business permanently. For example, the boss admitted that it's time to close down his company.
Come up with.
To suggest or think of an idea or plan. For example, we have come up with suggestions of our own.
Contract out to.
To employ other companies to perform a job instead of your company. For example, they can contract out work to one another.
Copy in.
To send someone a copy of an email you are sending to someone else. For example, he'll copy her in on the correspondence related to that project.
Draw up.
Prepare a plan or any other document. For example, she has finally drawn up a detailed business plan.
Fall through.
To not happen or fail. For example, the deal fell through because our main competitor made a better offer.
Fill in for.
To do someone's work because they are away. For example, she will have to fill in for his friend until he gets back.
Fill out.
To complete a form or document. For example, to sign up, I have to fill out an online application first.
Get back to.
To contact someone later or reply to a message. For example, we'll get back to her as soon as we figure out who is in charge of carrying out the report.
Go over.
Examine or check something. For example, they're going to go over their proposal with great attention.
Jot down.
To write something briefly and quickly on a piece of paper so that you remember it. For example, she was jotting down every word her boss said during his presentation.
Lay off.
To stop employing a worker temporarily or permanently because of a shortage of work. For example, Dottie was laid off during the pandemic crisis.
Meet up.
To see another person or group to discuss something. For example, they met up for lunch to discuss their business plan.
Pencil in.
To provisionally put someone or something on a schedule, calendar, or list. For example, I penciled a party in for Friday night at 8 o'clock.
Point out.
To make someone aware of something or call attention to it. For example, the manager pointed out that his products were far superior to others.
Push back.
To delay or postpone something until a later time or date. For example, the date for the conference has been pushed back until next month.
Put off.
To postpone something. For example, she have to put her meeting off since she might get COVID.
Reach out to.
To contact someone by phone or email. For example, don't hesitate to reach out to us if you have any questions.
Report back to.
To bring information to someone in authority. For example, please report back to me as soon as you finish your research.
Sign up.
To sign one's name to get, do, or join something. For example, the company has signed up with 4 marketing influencers to promote their product.
Slack off.
To do something with less effort or energy than usual. For example, he is slacking off at work. He might experience burnout.
Snowed under.
To be very busy or overwhelmed with something. For example, after those 2 projects started at the same time, she is constantly snowed under reports.
Stay behind.
To stay late at work after everyone else has left. For example, she is going to stay behind to finish her work.
Step down.
To resign from an important position. For example, he stepped down as a manager a week ago.
Take on.
Agree to do some work or be responsible for it. Employ. For example, he doesn't have the time to take on one more project now.
Take over.
Take control of something. For example, she took over as manager 1 month ago.
Team up.
To join someone to do something together. For example, let's team up and finish this project today.
Turn down.
To reject something offered or proposed. For example, I've turned down this job offer because the salary was too low.
Work out.
Solve a problem. For example, we need to work out a plan to finally get rid of the issue.